The room not on the blueprint. I recognized the house the moment I saw it. That shouldn't have been possible. I had designed dozens of homes over the years. Clean lines, rational spaces, every measurement deliberate. But this one lodged itself somewhere behind my eyes, tugging at a familiarity I couldn't explain. When the realtor mentioned the original architect's name, my stomach tightened. It was mine. I bought the house within the week. Living in a place you once imagined is a peculiar experience. Every corner carries intention. Every window exists for a reason you once believed in. The walls spoke my language. The proportions felt right. It was comforting, until it wasn't. The first anomaly appeared on the third night. I was brushing my teeth when I noticed the mirror fogging unevenly, the condensation forming a vertical line that didn't match the room's layout. Curious, I pressed my palm against the wall beside the bathroom. Hollow. That was impossible. According to the blueprint, the wall bordered the study, 2 solid rooms, no gap. Yet the sound lingered, dull and empty. I retrieved the original plans for my office the next day, spread them across the dining table, measured distances, counted steps. Everything aligned perfectly until it didn't. There was a discrepancy, a narrow absence between 2 interior walls, too small to be a room, too large to be nothing. That night, I found the door. It had no handle, no frame, just a faint outline in the wall, visible only when the hallway light was off. When I pressed my fingers against it, the surface yielded slightly, like skin over bone. The door opened inward without a sound. The room beyond was smaller than expected, windowless, light-resistant. Even when I shined my phone's flashlight inside, the darkness swallowed it whole, flattening the beam into nothing. The air smelled of graphite and dust. I stepped in. The door closed behind me. I didn't panic, not immediately. Architects are trained to observe, to analyze space before reacting. I ran my hands along the walls, smooth, seamless. No corners where corners should have been. Then I heard it, the faint, steady scratch of pencil on paper, somewhere close, somewhere unseen. When I left the room, when it allowed me to leave, the house felt subtly altered. The hallway was longer, the ceiling marginally lower. I dismissed it as fatigue. Until the blueprints began to change, lines shifted overnight, walls extended where none had existed, doors appeared that led nowhere, and always, inevitably, the new spaces curved inward, pointing toward the same impossible void, the room. I stopped sleeping. I stopped taking commissions. I spent my nights redrawing the house, trying to trap the room within logic, to force it back into the geometry I trusted. But it was patient. Each morning, the room grew a little closer. On the 7th night, I found myself standing before its door again, pencil in hand, paper under my arm. I don't remember deciding to go in. Inside, the darkness felt expectant. A drafting table emerged from the black, illuminated by a single hanging bulb that hadn't been there before. On the table lay a blueprint, aged, smudged, familiar. It was my handwriting. The drawing showed the house as it was now, not as I had designed it. At the center was the room, perfectly measured at last. There was a final note in the margin. Unaccounted spaces must be given somewhere to exist. I understood then. The room wasn't a mistake. It was where I had placed everything I refused to acknowledge. Compromises, regrets, corners I cut and truths I buried in the pursuit of clean design and perfect form.
The scratching sound stopped. The pencil was in my hand. They say the house has since developed structural issues. Contractors refuse to work on it. Floor plans never match what they find inside. Sometimes, late at night, a light appears in a window that shouldn't exist.
And somewhere between two walls, a room continues to take careful measurements, making sure nothing is ever truly left out again.